Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards. But it's week 1 of the NFL as we see a team who left LA take on a team who came back home. It's the Raiders and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling, right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 5th-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right, week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Sticking with Edwards here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts his campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on first. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stopped by Deion Henley. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Up the middle they go with Madison. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's good for Raiders first.
Win the early battle. Give a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10, Minshew. Escapes the pocket. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense at any time.
And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Here's Madison again. First down and more past the 40. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. They'll go right back to Madison. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the red zone now. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Madison. In the middle holes. They don't get anything on the run. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Madison. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Raiders get the game's first points here in the 2nd. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. Here's Edwards. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers pushing for a late spark before halftime. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Completed to Hurst. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Hurst there to grab it. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. And they'll have an even 40 seconds available to them, so expect to see at least a few plays here. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. He gets this one to Myers. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas first down. Out of the gun, Minshew. Finds his target, Gallup. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
First down, Raiders.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on first is Minshew. Able to hit Gallup, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Sticking in the air with Minshew. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome aboard to you and Brock. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. Josh Reynolds, a touchdown reception. From there, we take the long plane ride back to Florida to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Tua Tagovailoa with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Patrick Mahomes with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin.
They're all lined up and ready to put it away. Trey Tucker to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a run for Madison. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The give now to Madison. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Now Minshew. This will be caught by Adams. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by Deion Henley.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders take the lead right away in half number 2. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Returns looking good so far. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Handoff headed right, it's Edwards. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
This ball's cut by Palmer. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first. They motion the tight end over. 1st and 10, Herbert. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
The offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Herbert from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Raiders and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They give it to Madison. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Minshew working from the gun. This is hauled in by Myers. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Chargers take possession. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
A give to Edwards. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jack Jones making that tackle. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. This is reeled in by Edwards. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. Makes a man miss. Uh-oh, he's off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Finding Hurst. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Go.
Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
It's Edwards. Oh, he lost the football. And the Raiders get to it. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Minshew on first down. That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10 now, Minshew forced out to his right. Complete, it's Myers. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Minshew setting up to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First down, Raiders.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Raiders leading by 7. First down, ball at the 36. Here's the give to Madison. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They go with Madison here. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Handoff goes to Madison, running right. Oh no, the ball is loose! And it's scooped up by the Chargers!
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Chargers and Gus Edwards headed back out on offense. And we always hear running backs say one fumble is too many for a game. Well, he's lost one now. The low point in a game that's had a lot of struggles for him on the ground. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, they'll find a drop at some point, too.
Looking to throw it. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders make the play that should win them this game. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Raiders have their offense back out there. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Setting up to pass. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, You're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Raiders winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. This is Here are a player's motivations. How well your team aligns with each player's motivations will determine how interested that player is in re-signing with your team or joining your team as a free agent. This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has and what effects they have in game. Abilities are, this player has a zone ability. It's week 2 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Raiders and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, Our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Trey Tucker to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
Gardner's the kind of guy that you just say his name. You just look at him there with the mustache in the huddle. He just puts a smile on your face. And oh, by the way, he tends to elevate the people around him. Last year in Indianapolis, filling in for Anthony Richardson, yeah, it was only 15 touchdowns on paper. And man, he made that team believe, that city believe. And he's hoping to do the same here in Vegas.
To the ground with Madison. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Madison. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He stopped at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, Minshew. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Taking a deep shot here. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by the reigning MVP, the 2nd of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
They send the tight end in motion. Jackson looking to throw right away. Buying some time right. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Raider football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Minshew. Got a man, Bowers has it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Here's Minshew. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
And he's able to push this down to the 12. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Minshew to throw. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
A gain of 4 on the run, partner. They're going to be looking at 3rd and goal from the 5. From the shotgun, Minshew. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens pushing for a score before the break. Second and 6 coming up here.
Hey, report! Report! Sit on!
They bring a tight end in motion right.
Sit on!
From the 30 on second down. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone off. On first down, Jackson connects with Bateman. Down to the 10. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Check! Unlock right! Alert! Alert! Roll!
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, receiving team.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Throwing on first is Minshew. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
The throw again on second down here. Minshew. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. They snap it. Here's Minshew. He's going deep this time. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
180. Sit up.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Minshew on first down. He's trying another one deep. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Minshew working from the gun. He's got the hook up to Adams. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Minshew. Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's second down coming up. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Catch is made in close. He has the touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Hardy on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Chargers who are out in front as that game's gone to halftime. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. Chris Godwin, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series.
Middle.
The drive begins with Henry.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got Andrews. Space past the 35. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
180. Go. Yo. You at X.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Second down now, 7 to go.
You. 13.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Ozzie, shut up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he can't dig him out from deep on their own side. He stopped inside the 10. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Madison. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's Madison again. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll go right back to Madison. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Now Minshew. Complete out to the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, Minshew. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And it's going to be 2nd down. Let's come in here, Brock Minshew. He'll get it complete to Alexander Madison. And he'll push this. And earn them a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Minshew. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Marcus Williams has it. And the Ravens will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just 1 snap later.
They send a man in motion. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 3 on the final play of quarter 3. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go.
180. Ready, shot. Shot.
Out of the gun, Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. He'll throw it. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Gallup there to haul it in. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They give it to Madison. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 23. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll get this one to Madison. Oh, he lost the football! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
This will be caught by Adams. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Minshew. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Complete on the option. And he gets back to the line, but no more. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Raiders in range for a game-winning score. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. They give now to Madison. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Now the Reds are going to use the first of their timeouts. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. It doesn't get much easier than this.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Hardy on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Back to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
He'll look to throw it. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Setting up to pass. He finds Aguilar. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here he is to throw. Aguilar with the grab. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Complete Derrick Henry. Oh, and he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors are back onto the field, led by Gardner Minshew. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Minshew working from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
From the gun, a run for Madison. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And his kick is no good, and that could be a big one, Brock. They fail to push the lead to a field goal. You know what that means. Now even more pressure on their defense. The Raiders' kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Hardy on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Baltimore running its offense out now. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here.
Hey, Alpha, right.
First down, here's Lamar. Gets this to Bateman. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. First down throw for Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for two plays or just one last snap. After the sack, another pass on second down. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners, as we say so long from Baltimore.
These players are on the last. Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk. It's week 3 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Raiders coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Minshew sets to throw. He'll let this go for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That one is broken up by Troy Hill. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Minshew not coming off. They'll try and go for it. On 4th down, Minshew looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their 2nd-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. they'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down. And they're
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Minshew. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Young to throw it. This ball taken in here by Brooks. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline. But here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Young going to give to Brooks, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Raiders offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell. The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He'll let this go for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they take